Now they're ready to start. Or?
Alrighty, off our CD, here's one entitled Life of a Drunk, the Drunken's Lament, Polka. Polka. Thank you. Alright, this goes out to the people out there from Buffalo, New York. Especially also going out to our friends from Lebanon. Here we go, we want to tell the Buffalo Polka. Thank you, Buffalo Polka.
So we're here live right now, and this is the Harvest Fest down in Hamburg, Pennsylvania, and we're at St. Mary's Roman Catholic Church. And I want to say hi to Tyler Wysomski, who's checking in and watching. Dave Korch, thanks for joining us and watching the video along with us here in Hamburg. Andy Beletsky is also watching, and we want to also say hello to Andy, as well as I know there are two other people out there. Jeffrey Guyett is also watching. Jeffrey, thanks for checking in from Massachusetts, here down in Hamburg, New York. And my son Jerry and I are here today in Hamburg, Pennsylvania at the Harvest Fest at the St. Mary Roman Catholic Church. And the guys on the bandstand is the Golden Tones from Pennsylvania. Tomorrow they'll be heading into New York City. They'll be playing at the Pulaski Parade down in New York. They'll be over by the grandstand. the New York City Public Library on Fifth Avenue and around 41st and 42nd Street. So if you happen to be interested in going to the city and catch some of the annual Pulaski Day Parade from New York City, you can catch those guys down over by the library at 42nd and 5th Avenue. Tom Sanaki, all the way from Michigan. Hello to you, and thanks for also joining us here in Hamburg, Pennsylvania.
Alrighty, waltz time right now. Here's one entitled Broken Hearted.
And we have another follower here that's joined us from Bridesburg, Pennsylvania, the one and only Bob Saharsky. Bob, good to see you on board here with us. Jerry and I are here at the St. Mary's Roman Catholic Church in Hamburg, PA. And I guess you recognize the band that's playing. It's the one and only Golden Tones.
Jerry and Jerry from New York. Already. Here's a song especially for them. We're entitled The Moonlighters Polka.
Sound like we got a little shout out from the band. Thank you, Golden Tones, for the shout out. Got anything to say there, Sidekick, while we're watching this group playing?
They are sounding super and terrific like they did when we saw them in Doylestown a month ago.
Yes, they were. They were very good at the shrine, and if I'm not mistaken, that was the first band we saw amongst all the bands that played out there in Doylestown that Labor Day weekend, as well as September 11th and September 12th.
Alrighty, we're going to play one or two before we call it an afternoon.
Ooh, sounds like this is going to be the last number.
Here we're going to church.
That's right. Polka Mass coming up, by the way, folks.
We're going to get Polka Mass Mass at 4:30.
4:30 will be a polka mass here at St. Mary's. Also want to give a shout out to Greg Schweidock, who's dialed in here. He has a polka show out in the Buffalo area on Sunday afternoons on, I believe the station was WXRL, which you can also stream the show across the country. Well, sounds like we're doing one more song, Greg, so you're locked in. If you miss any portion of this live feed, you can go back after it updates onto my page on Facebook, and you can catch their last set here. And remember, at 4:30, there'll be a polka mass here at St. Mary's Church in Hamburg, Pennsylvania. And I believe Jerry Jr. is going to go live on that one.
On Catholic Church.
Okay, Mass coming up at 4:30. And it sounds like we're having the Mass, the Polka Mass at the church. So we will be joining them right around 4:30. So thanks for everybody who was watching. Again, if you missed any portion of the music from this final set from the Golden Tones, just go on, and when it comes back up on my Facebook page, feel free to give a listen. And have a great polka weekend.